and welcome to class. Welcome to another opportunity to learn online. In this lesson, I will be teaching you the thematic and character analysis of the only remedy. Now let's analyze the characters in the text. First on the list is Pa-Ege. He is Adusa and Eduge's husband. He is a prosperous farmer. He leaves very early at the crack of dawn to his farm to give the necessary attention to his crops. He has large barns of yams that could conveniently feed the entire village for many moons. He sold many of his crops to build his house. Farming was his life. This is Pa-Ege, the prosperous farmer. Pa-Ege in his farm, giving attention, the necessary attention to his crops. He cultivated many crops. This is one of his large yam barns that could conveniently feed the entire village for many moons. Adusa is the first wife of Pa-Ege. She is cantankerous, quarrelsome, and troublesome. She is short, light in complexion, masculine, and very ill-tempered. A day does not pass in Agbado without Adusa quarreling with somebody. Everyone avoids her. This is Adusa, the quarrelsome and troublesome woman. Adusa loves quarreling and fighting the way a dog loves bones. That is to say, Adusa strives in quarrels and fights. Eduge is the second wife of Pa-Ege, and she is the mother of Osarabo and Becky. She is the complete contrast of Adusa. Remember the qualities of Adusa. So, Eduge will be dark in complexion, tall, feminine, and very beautiful. This is Eduge, the beautiful wife of Pa-Ege. Iyere is the first child of Pa-Ege and Adusa. He is very unruly and rascally. While in secondary school, JSS3 to be precise, he beat up one of his teachers, his social studies teacher, Mr. Omoregi. And for that reason, he was shown the way out of school. Iyere did not bother to register in any other school. He became very notorious, and everyone in Agbado village avoids him. He joined a secret cult called Akapon Secret Cult, where he was nicknamed Omo Thunder. Wherever he went in Agbado community, he was hailed Omo Thunder, and he was very happy to be called by that nickname. Along the line, he committed murder and he bags 21 years imprisonment. In the text, he was 22, and this is Iyere behind bars, serving his jail term. Efe is another child of Adusa. She was taken abroad by Mama G. Mama G is a relative of Adusa. She told them that she was taking Efe to London to work in a company where she had already secured space for her. It was all lies. Mama G took Efe to Italy for prostitution. Efe slept with several men there, and after some time she was deported back to Nigeria, and she came back penniless. Save for the clothes she wore, she came back with nothing, not even a pin. Imade is another child of Aduza. She is very pretty, but academically there is nothing to write home about her. When she was in JSS3, she was impregnated by one of her teachers. The teacher agreed to take responsibility for the pregnancy and even marry her, but Aduza will have none of it. She doesn't want her daughter Imade to marry the teacher. She called the teacher poor. She rather took her daughter to one of the clinics to terminate her pregnancy. Still, she does not caution her daughter. She rather drums support. She tells her that any man that falls mugu, she should hit him to the bone. Then her daughter Imade became morally loose. She became wayward, and along the line, she tested positive to HIV. Imade saw it as a death sentence. Rather than die slowly, she decided to end it all by herself. She killed herself. Imade committed suicide. Aduza does not see anything wrong in anything that her children do. She is an irresponsible mother. Agboze is the last child of Aduza. When Iyare was sentenced for murder, Aduza and her children became subjects of mockery and ridicule in Agbado community. Agboze was on his way to the farm one day when one of the villagers referred to him as the brother of a criminal, and Agboze didn't like it. He picked up a fight with the boy, and while they were fighting, the boy pushed him and Agboze fell on his own machete. He was quickly rushed to the hospital where he gave up the ghost, where he died, having lost so much blood. Osarabo is the protagonist of the text. He started fending for himself very early in life. When his father died, he was given 1/3 of his father's property, but Osarabo did not raise dust. He accepted it in good faith. He was actually given 2 hectares of land and a pineapple plantation. He worked in people's farms and engaged in other menial jobs to be able to fend for his mother, himself, and for his younger sister Becky. While Osarabo was doing all of this, he did not lose track academically. He was still very determined and focused, to the annoyance of Aduza and her children. After some time, he gained admission into the University of Benin to study business administration and management. Osarabo was still coming home on a fortnight basis, that is every 2 weeks, to raise money in order for him to sustain himself in the university. He graduated with flying colors, and fortune smiled on him, and he luckily got a lucrative job that turned his life and his mother's life around. Take note at this time that his younger sister Becky died. Becky died before Osarabo graduated. Becky is the younger sister of Osarabo. She died of snake bite. She was working with her mother in the farm one day when she was bitten in the leg by a snake. Note that the snake was no ordinary snake. The snake was a mysterious one. It was sent by Akakasiaka, the dreaded native doctor, on the instruction of Aduza. And this is the snake that beat Becky. The mother tried to save her by going to Pa Edegbe for the antidote, but Pa Edegbe wanted her to deposit 5,000 naira, 3 cocks, before he could even commence treatment. Of course, she was not able to realize those items, so her daughter died. Themes. Do you still recall what a theme means? What do you learn after reading the text? First, hatred and wickedness. Aduza and her children are used to illustrate this theme in the text. There is also the theme of poor parenting. Aduza saw the signs of waywardness enough in her children, but she did not do anything to instill moral into them. She failed to caution them. She rather drummed support. When Iyare was rascally, she was even boasting with the excesses of Iyare, that, oh, I will call my son to deal with you. And Imade on her part, she encouraged her to sleep with men. So Iyare showed poor parenting. Aduza showed poor parenting. And there is also the theme of patience and tolerance. There is a saying that goes that when a man is patient, he can cook stone. He can cook stone. This virtue is traceable to Edugie and her children. Even while Aduza and her children were mocking and tormenting Edugie, Osarabo and Becky, they did not fight back. They were patient, and for that reason they triumphed, because they were tolerant. There is also the theme of hard work pays. So I would like you to support this theme by drawing instances to illustrate or to substantiate this theme from the text. All right? Draw illustrations, incidences from the text to back up this theme. On your own, we'll talk about your answers and other questions that you may have to ask in class together. All right? It is on this note that I draw the curtain on this lesson. Further discussion will be done in class. Feel free to ask questions. All right? Until I come your way again. Goodbye for now.